I'd been told that Will was going to bring a girlfriend, Sarah. It was important to make a good impression. It filled me with pride and hope to see him that day. He was becoming the man I had hoped he would be. With Sarah, I hoped he would be on track to a normal life. But that was the last time I saw her. The next summer, I went to visit Will at university. Arriving on time is a common courtesy, so often overlooked, I feel. So I set off in plenty of time to drive down to see him. I arrived early and decided to have a look at the campus. It was my first time there and the buildings looked lovely. Young people were everywhere, full of life and excitement before the summer break. I hoped I might see Sarah among all the beautiful girls. Going to university wasn't normal in my day like it is now. I never had the chance to go and improve myself. I noticed Will from a distance. I've always thought he stood out in a crowd. At first, I couldn't see what he was doing. Then I saw that he was holding hands with a man. And then, right out in front of everyone, they kissed. After everything I had tried to teach him, he went and did that. I couldn't believe it. I knew those views of his would get him in trouble. I left right away. What was I supposed to say to him then? Will hadn't seen me. I simply had no idea how I could be expected to act like everything would be okay for him. He was still so young. There are people out there who won't accept that sort of thing. Suddenly, the university seemed ugly, obscene. All that sense of entitlement, but no appreciation. My generation worked so hard trying to raise up our country, and this was what happened to the grandchildren. It was all a waste. I could barely stay civil with anyone there. He had made me furious. He was putting himself in danger after everything I had done for him. That sort of thing. It all just feels wrong to me. Sorry, but that's just the way I feel about this. I barely saw Will for the next few years. I couldn't bring myself to talk to him. It was silly of me, I suppose. After university, he went travelling, seeing the world. I stayed at my house. I said that my husband Robert had died when Will was young, didn't I? It's sometimes hard not to live in the past when you have so much time to yourself. I had all these hopes for who Will would be when he was a grown man. He probably never really understood how much I loved him when he was growing up. He's still that tiny, playful little boy in my head, I think. But life goes on. I was in the garden. Things do have a habit of getting overgrown if you leave them too long. Will would occasionally send me a postcard from somewhere foreign on his travels. He wasn't in travel journalism back then. Even though I was angry, I still worried about him. I was going to answer it, but snagged my foot in the grass and twisted my ankle. It hurt like blazes, and I lay there feeling like a complete fool. There was no way I was going to be able to stand. But the doorbell had gone again. I called out for help. I heard someone coming around the side of the house. Will had come to visit after coming back from travelling. I had been so cold to him, never reaching out, but that didn't matter to him.
It's okay.
He looked after me anyway. Inside the man he was, I could see for the first time the same kind boy I knew before. I don't claim that I'll ever fully be able to approve of some things.
Let's get you inside.
But inside, he really always had been the man that I wanted him to be. Kind and strong. I'd missed that, blinded by only one part of him. He was still everything I could have hoped for. He was even kind to a fool like me. I'll never forget that.